everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am so grateful that you are here. My name is Nikki and I use my clairaudient and channeling abilities to help you find the magic within. If you're new here, welcome. Please be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you'll be notified when I upload new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Today's video is called Channeled Messages from How I Met Your Mother. This is a truly amazing show, and there are so many amazing messages within the show. The show follows Ted, who is telling the story of how he met his children's mother to his children, and it goes back to the stories he has with his friends, who are Robin, Lily, Marshall, and Barney. And it's a really funny show, but it's also a great depiction of how life is fated in a certain sense, and also how we're connected to certain people, and why some things aren't meant to work out, or maybe they are meant to work out at a later point in life, how everything happens for a reason. So I thought it would be cool to channel some messages from this show. I just watched season 1. Again, I've actually seen the show like 5 or 6 times all the way through because I absolutely love it. So I thought it would be cool to channel some messages from the show and just see what Spirit wants to tell you at this time and how it may relate to something you're going throughout this time. So in the next part of the video, you will see 6 piles. Please meditate on the pile that is speaking to you and go to the timestamps that I provide down below to go directly to your reading from there. Also, if any part of a message does not resonate, just know that message is not for you. Take what resonates and leave what does not. Let's jump into it. I am so excited for this reading. Hey, pile number 1, welcome to your reading. What is your channeled message from How I Met Your Mother? I have your cards right here. Let's see what your message is. We have, my fearless freedom lights up the world. Release, endings that lead to new beginnings, the need to release situations or people that hold you back, spiritual transformation. Bittersweet. Yin and Yang in reverse. Okay, pile number 1. So what Spirit is showing me is that there is a situation or a certain person that may be holding you back at this time. Spirit is asking you, who or what do you need to walk away from? Because we have the release card here. There is something you are resisting letting go of at this time, but with the bittersweet card here, this represents something that is difficult to do, but is for the best. So from How I Met Your Mother, Spirit is actually showing me Victoria. Victoria was one of the women that Ted dates, and they fall in love with each other, pretty much love at first sight. He meets her at a wedding, and they begin a relationship after he figures out that she is someone who made the cake at the wedding that they were at. But it was a very synchronistic moment when they met. And when Victoria met Ted, she actually wanted them to have one perfect night and then just continue on with their lives as if they hadn't met each other. But Ted knew deep in his heart that he had a connection with Victoria. So he figured out that she was the one who made the cake, and he found her cupcake shop and met up with her there, and they began a relationship. Well, 3 or 4 months into their relationship, Victoria receives a call that she is being offered a culinary place at an institute to continue her creative passion of baking. And this puts a strain on her and Ted's relationship. And she and him decide to go into a long distance relationship. She moves to Germany, and you can see the effects and the dynamic that it takes on their relationship. It's not really working out. But we also know that Ted has always had feelings for Robin. You find that out in the very first episode when he first met her. And they have this back and forth dynamic. And Ted learns that Robin has feelings for him. And he's trying to make this long distance relationship work with Victoria. And she is giving her all. And it's just so interesting because on this card here, there is a cake. She's giving a cake to this person on the card here, but he doesn't really seem to care. And there is actually a scene in How I Met Your Mother where Victoria has went off to Germany and she keeps sending these care packages to Ted that have cupcakes in them. And he's starting to feel bad because he hasn't sent her a single care package. And it's because he was facing some inner demons within himself, the selfishness of wanting her to stay instead of her taking this big opportunity to go after her dream. But she listened to herself. She went and did her dream. And she tried to make the long distance relationship work with Ted, only to come into the realization that Ted cheats on her with Robin. So initially, she made the right decision to pursue something that she was passionate and joyful about. And it was hard to do, but they had to break up because Ted cheated on her. So it was something that was hard to do, but for the best. She did focus on herself. She went to Germany and she pursued her passion of cooking and baking, but was still trying to give her all into this relationship because she loved Ted so much, but he wasn't really all in with her because he was wallowing in his self-pity of wanting her to be there in what he wanted, while he also had feelings for Robin, and he cheats on Victoria with Robin. But Robin and Ted were more fated to be together in that moment than him and Victoria, and that's how things worked out. So I feel like there's something similar going on in your life right now. Perhaps you have this big opportunity. Perhaps there's someone who is telling you not to go and pursue it, but there's just something, every fiber in your being is telling you to go and see where this is going to lead you and take place. And there's someone in your life who you are giving your all to, who in a sense isn't giving that same effort back to you. I can see that here. Now, when it comes from walking away from a person or a situation, you have free will. You can do whatever you want to do. But those feelings, that deeper calling within you, when you truly let go and you follow that path where your intuition is telling you to go, your fearless freedom lights up the world, because you will be shining your light with something that really resonates with you, brings you joy. And if you choose to go this route, if you choose to release what no longer serves you, you will experience joy like no other. Now, of course, there will be fears that come up, because when we are facing our true north, when we are facing the path that is truly meant for us, then we feel every fear in the world. But when we feel that fear, that is an indication that you are facing the right way, that you are on the right path. And with the yin and yang in reverse, this represents a yang cycle. So the decisions that you make at this time will be very important as to what you are manifesting in your life right now. And this is all reminiscent of a new beginning. There is a new beginning, an opportunity being offered to you at this time. If it hasn't showed up yet, rest assured it will. And Spirit just wants you to know that if you do choose to release what no longer serves you, the fact that it is bittersweet, it is hard to do, but it is for the best. So with this yang cycle that is taking place, this is a time to tap into your creativity, express yourself creatively, because when we face the path of our creative expression, our joy, our passion, that is how we truly shine our light and allow ourselves to be vulnerable to take that path, to have courage to face what is in the unknown. Because if we don't try, we will never know. So, whatever decision you make, it is up to you. And I can see how hard it is for you to walk away from this, but I can also see that this opportunity, you're going to expand and grow and learn. You're going to meet new people. You're going to meet people that meet you with the same effort and love that you put into your relationships. They will meet you with that same effort as well and give you that love, because you're giving that love to yourself. It always stems from giving ourselves that self-love. So whatever you decide to do is up to you. Just pay attention to how you feel in every moment, because that will be a good indication of certain decisions that you feel would be best for you to make at this time. I'd like to end the reading by pulling 2 motivational quotes. Thank you, Spirit. What else would you like to tell pile number 1? Make each day your masterpiece. So yes, when you get up in the morning, you have the power to tell yourself, visualize how your day is going to go. You can set intentions, things that you want to plan out and to create throughout your day. A good thing to do in the morning would be to set 3 intentions in the morning. For example, I set the intention to go for a walk. I set the intention to eat healthy today. I set the intention to exercise. Whatever that is for you, you can create your day. You can create a plan for yourself. And every day has the potential of being a masterpiece. And you are the controller, the director of your destiny. So however you want your day to look, understanding that we can't control people, we can't control situations, but you are in control of how you respond. You are in control of what you want to create. So make each day your masterpiece. And your last message is, you never fail until you stop. So yes, the effort that you are putting in right now, it has got the momentum going. The more consistent you are, the more you take on small disciplines every single day, it keeps the energy going. It gets the momentum going. And if you stop, then that disrupts the momentum. So how can you stay consistent every single day and put effort and action towards your goals and your dreams, whatever it is you want to create for yourself. Because Spirit is saying that you will only fail if you stop. Yes, you may experience failures along the way, but you truly only fail if you stop the motion of the energy and consistency of putting in that effort towards your dream. So keep going. Thank you, pile number 1. Those are your messages. If it resonated, if you enjoyed the reading, please be sure to like, subscribe, comment down below. I hope you are having a wonderful day, and I will see you on the next one. Bye! Hey, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. What is your channeled message from How I Met Your Mother? I have your pile right here. Let's see what your message is. I do whatever it takes to get closer to consciousness. Two of Pentacles, working too hard or multiple jobs, the need to bring balance and fun into your life, juggling multiple priorities, balancing the budget. Creation, cornucopia. Okay, pile number 2. I can see that you are juggling a lot at this time. You're a very hard worker, and there is a need to not take yourself so seriously. Understand that you don't have to have it all figured out right now. And I'm also seeing that you have an artistic side to you. Spirit is showing me Lily in How I Met Your Mother right now. Towards the end of season 1, she starts to question her purpose in life. She is engaged to Marshall, and she starts to have cold feet about the wedding because she feels like she hasn't really lived her life to the fullest yet. She is actually a painter, so she is artistic as well. So you may be an artist in that sense, where you paint, you draw, but it could be anything. It could be photography, it could be singing, acting, writing, anything artistic. There is something that you are very talented at when it comes to a certain creative aspect. And Lily, she is questioning her life so much that she actually decides to end things with Marshall, call off the wedding, and fly to San Francisco to take on an painting course to learn more about her craft with painting and artistry. And it's just so interesting because I'm hearing mistake. I feel like you have been questioning whether the decisions you've been making in your life have been mistakes or not. And Spirit wants you to know that there are no mistakes in that sense. You either learn or you win. You either win or you learn when it comes to mistakes. And in one of the episodes, Lily talks to Ted. She tells him how she's feeling. She hasn't told Marshall how she feels. And Ted was like, you're crazy. You can't do this. You're going to be married. You're going to crush Marshall. And she's like, I know what you're thinking. I know how you feel. But what if this is a mistake that I have to make? What if I don't make this mistake and never know what will become of it? I won't know if I don't try. So I feel like some of you are questioning if you were to pursue this artistic path, if it would be successful, if it would be a mistake. Well, Spirit is saying you can change your perception around the word mistake. because if it's a mistake that you need to make in order to see where things go, then by all means go for it, because this is your life. You only live once, YOLO. And I am seeing that if you do pursue this creative expression that you have deep within you, that you can bring out into the world, there are many blessings to be had because of that. The cornucopia. Look at all of the wonderful things on this card. The sun is shining. There's an abundance of food. There's an abundance of coins. There is an abundance of love and prosperity on this card. That is where this path would lead if you follow it. And it's just the ultimate card of joy, happiness, fulfillment. So I can see that you are trying to make a decision right now. And I already can tell that no matter what decision you make, it's going to be the right one, because there's an owl on this card, and the owl is very wise. You are someone who is very wise, and you know what is best for you. So whatever decision you make is going to lead you to where you need to be anyway. And that's why the card says, I do whatever it takes to get closer to consciousness. So the consciousness of what you truly want to do in your life. You can create whatever you want. And I can see that you are juggling 2 decisions right now, in addition to all of the busyness that you are dealing with as well. And Spirit is telling me that in regards to this decision, the guidance that they want to bring to you, look at both of these decisions. If you were to choose this one over this one, would you be making it from a place of fear, or would you be making it from a place of love? And vice versa, same with this decision. The one that resonates with love, that is usually the right one to make, or the one that would lead you where you want to be. The one that is in fear, that path will be riddled with more lessons, more learning, and that is okay if that is what is chosen. But when making a big decision, just ask yourself if you would be making it from a place of fear or if you would be making it from a place of love. Make decisions from your heart while using logic as well to bring the heart and the mind in coherence with one another, and you will never go wrong. So I would like to end the reading with 2 inspirational quotes. So thank you, Spirit. What else would you like to tell pile number 2? In the end, only kindness matters. So whatever is going on in your life right now, Spirit is saying that it's kindness that matters. So whatever situation you are in, if you are in a situation where there may be some people who aren't very kind to you, I'm hearing that there are some people who may be putting down your dreams. And Spirit is saying that it is important for you to speak your truth, and that you can do so in a kind and calm manner. Never ever feel like you have to repress your voice in order to avoid conflict. You can speak your truth in a kind and calm manner, even if your voice shakes, because that's you breaking through the fear of, wanting to express yourself. But you can do it in a kind manner, because people who are unkind, they have been hurt themselves, and they are projecting that fear onto you. So anybody who is critical of your dreams, they are afraid to do what you are doing. But if you can keep breaking through that fear, if you choose the path of your creative expression and you face those fears, you will show these people what is possible, that it is possible for them to break through their own fear. So exude kindness as much as you can while making this decision, while dealing with people who are critical of your dreams, and just keep moving forward with what it is that you want to do. What is it that makes you happy at the end of the day? And your last message is try things to see if they work. So perhaps that's what your decision is in the process here. Maybe you are unsure of what you want to do creatively. And Spirit is saying that life is full of experiences. So try experiences. If it doesn't work out, that is 100% okay, because then you will meet new people in every experience that you do. You will figure out what you do want, what you don't want, and your feelings is an internal navigation system that will tell you whether what you are doing is authentic to you or not. And then you can go in another direction to try something else. Play around, have experiences, live life fully, and just see if something works out. When it is your true destiny, when it is something that you truly love and enjoy, you will feel it in every fiber of your body. So just test things out, try new things, and see what works for you, because you will find it as you do that. Thank you, pile number 2. Those are your messages. If it resonated, if you enjoyed the reading, please be sure to like, subscribe, comment down below. I hope you are having a wonderful day, and I will see you on the next one. Bye! Hey, pile number 3, welcome to your reading. What is your channeled message from How I Met Your Mother? Have your cards right here. Let's see what your message is. The presence of love will always cast out fear. Queen of Swords in reverse. Soulmate. Strategy in reverse. Okay, pile number 3. So I'm totally picking up on Robin vibes here. With the Queen of Swords in reverse, this represents someone who has a tendency to be cold and shut off emotionally and not really let someone in for fear of being hurt. And I feel like that is something that you are going through right now. I feel like there is a person in your life who actually is your soulmate, but Spirit is showing me that you keep pushing them away. And it is so interesting because I'm being shown in How I Met Your Mother, Robin continuously pushes Ted away in this show. And he never gives up on her. He professes his love in every sense of the word. Towards the ending of season 1, he actually does something very super romantic. His friend Lily has a key to Robin's apartment that she held on to in case of emergencies. Ted asks Lily to give him that key, and he sets up a string quartet in Robin's living room. There's so many red roses and chocolate, and he's dressed in a tuxedo, and he professes his love to her when she comes home. But she gets in that Queen of Swords reversed energy, and she pushes him away, and she's like, "What is wrong with you? You know I don't want to get married." And he's like, he has to stand his ground, and he says, "I need an answer right now." And she says, "Well, if you're asking me to make a decision right now, in this moment right now, then my answer is no." And she pushes Ted away. And he opened his heart to her, and she just completely shot him down in that moment. She kept pushing away her soulmate. Spirit is showing me that you are pushing away a soulmate, just like Robin did with Ted. But Spirit is saying the presence of love will always cast out fear. Robin comes into this realization when she goes to the vet because her dog got into the chocolates that Ted had brought over and got sick eating the chocolates. But her vet points out something very interesting. Robin tells her about what Ted did. She's like, yeah, there was a string quartet. He was professing his love. Nobody does that. And the vet was like, yeah, honey, nobody does do that. And Robin's like, right? Nobody does that. And the vet goes, no, Robin, nobody does that. And in that moment, it was Robin's perception opening, realizing that there weren't a lot of guys like Ted that would profess their love like that in that moment. And it brought up those fears within Robin. And she does start to let those walls down. So in your situation right now, Spirit is showing me that there is somebody like Ted who is professing their love to you, and you're pushing them away. But love will cast out any fear that is taking place in your situation right now. Spirit is saying to allow your perception to open to the love, because that will help you open your heart. And with strategy in reverse here, this is just all about this delay or this lack of things moving forward in this relationship right now. But it stems from being more strategic in how you view the situation and allowing yourself to view this person through the lens of love rather than fear. Spirit is saying it is safe for you to let love in. And when you look at a situation with love, when you look at this person with love, because I can feel that you do have a lot of love for this person as they do you. That's why it feels so magnetic. It's because it's a soulmate connection. You've known this person before. But we do have the potential to ruin soulmate relationships if we push them away or do something to hurt that person. Like, I had a skewed vision of soulmate relationships. I thought when you met your soulmate that nothing could disrupt that relationship, and Spirit was like, let me tell you something. It is possible to lose a soulmate. So with our actions and the way that we perceive or look at things. So you are definitely dealing with a soulmate connection here. And Spirit is saying that it is safe to open your heart to this person. It is safe to let love in. And when you do that, any fear, that energy of fear that might be around you at this time about wanting to pursue this, it will dissipate the more you cast love on that fear. So I'd like to end the reading with 2 inspirational quotes. Thank you, Spirit. What else would you like to tell pile number 3? We have, be bold and brave in your heart. So yes, Spirit is saying that have courage within your heart to go into this very loving relationship that is presenting itself to you. And if you've been with this person for a while, it is okay to be bold and courageous and open up even more. That was something that I also had some issues with. I've been with my partner for 8 years now, almost 8 years. And there are moments where I have still found where I haven't fully opened up or let him in fully. Those are things that I am working on as well. But when you can be bold and brave in your heart, that is that love that is overriding the fear. So bravery, boldness, courage, love, all of those things will cast out fear and help you break down those walls and open up more to the love that is in your life. Your last message is creativity takes courage. So maybe there is a creative aspect to this relationship. Perhaps both of you do something creative together. And maybe working on something creative together will help you break down those walls even more. Is there something you can connect with this person in a creative way? Perhaps you both like to write. Perhaps you both like to sing. What do you guys connect with in a creative way? And then perhaps schedule some appointments or sessions to do those things with each other. Currently, me and my partner, we are learning how to paint. My grandfather is an amazing artist, and we have been going over there every couple of weeks and just painting with one another, whatever strikes in the moment that we want to paint. So something creative that you can connect with this person will help you learn more about yourself, learn more about your person, and continue to help you open your heart. So thank you, pile number 3. Those are your messages. If it resonated, if you enjoyed the reading, please be sure to like, subscribe, comment down below. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I will see you on the next one. Bye! Hey, pile number 4. Welcome to your reading. What is your channeled message from How I Met Your Mother? I have your pile right here. Let's see what your messages are. When I accept the love of the universe as my primary teacher, I will always be guided back to the light. Two of Wands, taking the next steps, bold and ambitious choices, partnering with others who share your dreams, expanding your plans, continue to move forward. Recovery. Fifth chakra, Archangel Gabrielle, and this is the throat chakra. Okay, pile number 4. So what I am seeing is that you are planning something with your partner. Perhaps you're planning a wedding. Perhaps you're planning to move in together. Perhaps you're planning to do a project of some sort with your partner. That is what I'm seeing with the Two of Wands here. But I am seeing that there is issues in the way you guys are communicating with one another, because we have recovery, which is healing, and the throat chakra. Message from Archangel Gabriel himself. And what Spirit is showing me from How I Met Your Mother was how Lily and Marshall, they were making plans for their future. They were planning to get married. But they had a difficult time communicating with each other. They wanted to avoid conflict. Every time they had a fight, they would say pause when it was getting to like intense when they were fighting. They would pause the argument and they would return to it at a different time. So they would just keep putting it off. And Lily starts to have second thoughts about the marriage. And she doesn't communicate this to Marshall. Instead, she starts to look into art schools that she wants to figure out what her purpose is in life. She doesn't communicate this to Marshall at all. And he finds out about it because the art school calls and leaves a message on the answering machine. Marshall had to learn about this very important decision that Lily was contemplating on an answering machine. She didn't go to him directly and communicate this to him. So I feel like there are things in your relationship that need to be communicated. And the more that you do that, the more that it will heal. I'm also seeing that there are things from the past that may be cycling on repeat in the present moment right now, causing issues. Perhaps there are things in your past that you haven't communicated to your partner. Perhaps there are things in their past that they have not communicated to you. But the more that you can learn to communicate with each other, then there will build more trust in the relationship. Because what eventually happens at the end of season 1, Lily decides to call off the wedding and she goes and pursues her dreams. She didn't feel like she could communicate this to Marshall because she didn't think that he would be supportive. But what if he had been more supportive, if she had just came to him and communicated this to him instead of him having to hear it on an answering machine? So I feel like there are some things to be discussed in your relationship with your partner. But in order to heal from that, it is an amazing thing to talk to one another about those things. And Spirit is saying, when I accept the love of the universe as my primary teacher, I will always be guided back to the light. So yes, there are some things within the relationship where a light needs to be shown on them instead of avoiding the argument, instead of continuously saying pause and then coming back to it later. They're also showing me the scene where Lily and Marshall, they say pause and then they go to Red Lobster. I feel like that might be something that you and your partner do. Like if you're in an argument, you're like, are you hungry? And then you go and you get food and then you don't talk about the argument anymore. They're specifically showing me that. And maybe Red Lobster is one of your favorite restaurants, but it was just, it's a funny moment in the show, and it just shows you how no relationship is perfect and how we're learning as we go, and that communicating with one another is the best thing that anyone can do in a relationship to make sure you're on the same page. Or if you're not on the same page, how can you come to a win-win outcome where both of you are happy to make something work so that you are both able to live your best lives together? Because you should be able to pursue your passions. Your partner should be able to pursue their passions, knowing that while you both have independent lives, you can come back together so much more stronger by still having that love for each other, by being able to communicate and being strong in both of who you truly are. So the love of the universe will help bring more light into the situation, into your life at this time. So I'm hearing specifically meditate. If you have a meditation practice, sitting in stillness, or also doing some meditations on the throat chakra to help you express things that you may be holding back. And the communication is key in your relationship at this time to continue to plan these big moves with one another and continue to move forward. And that's what it actually says on the Two of Wands here at the bottom. Continue to move forward. So to end the reading, we will pull 2 inspirational quotes here. Thank you, Spirit. What else would you like to tell pile number 4? We have, don't regret the past, learn from it. So yeah, that was definitely something I was picking up on with the recovery card. There's something from the past that is, there's a cycle happening in your life right now, and it's showing up in your relationship. And the reason why is to help you learn from it. Spirit is saying that it's important not to regret anything in our past. Yes, we may have made mistakes, but as long as we learn and we grow from them, that is the whole point. So it is important to forgive yourself for anything that you need to forgive yourself for. Same goes for your partner. And communicating about the past with your partner will also create another learning experience and help you grow more with your partner. And help you come into a better understanding with one another about why certain things happen. Why did you guys feel the need that you couldn't communicate to the point where you're avoiding conflict? Like, what happened in your past that may have caused you to not want to communicate, that made you want to avoid conflict? And what have you learned from those things? What transpired in your life as a result of those things? So don't regret your past, learn from it. And last we have, life is too short to wait. So if there is a big decision that you are deciding right now, Spirit is saying that all there is right now. And if you want to take that step with this person, then go for it. If there is something that you want to do that is for yourself in a creative expression, communicate that with your partner and figure out a win-win solution so that you can do what you love to do as well. If a person truly, truly loves you, they won't mind if you want to do something for yourself. They would support you. That's what a true soulmate connection is. And I feel like that is what you have with this person, because Lily and Marshall in How I Met Your Mother, they were true soulmates. But they weren't perfect people, and they had arguments, and they were figuring it out as they went along as well. And eventually they come into the knowledge that things happened the way that they were meant to happen, and they made decisions that were best for them. Same for you. Make decisions that are best for you, but also understand if there is something that you want to do, that life is going to continue to move by, even if you're still in the process of making that decision. So life is too short to wait. If you want to marry this person, marry this person. If there is something creative you want to explore, explore it. You don't need permission from anyone to go after your dreams, even if it is a person you're in a relationship with, because if they truly love you, they would understand that it's important for you to live your life fully as well. They would support you 100% as you would support them 100% in whatever it is that they want to do. Thank you, pile number 4. Those are your messages. If it resonated, if you enjoyed the reading, please be sure to like, subscribe, comment down below. I hope you are having a wonderful day, and I will see you on the next one. Bye. Hey, pile number 5. Welcome to your reading. What is your channeled message from How I Met Your Mother? I have your cards right here. Let's see what your message is. There is a stream of love supporting my dreams. The moon in reverse. Perseverance. Victory in reverse. Okay, pile number 5. So what I'm seeing is that you are very, very confused right now because something didn't work out the way that you wanted. A hoped for outcome did not take place, and it has you feeling disappointed. The moon is all about confusion and not feeling like you have clarity at this time. But Spirit is saying that this is working out the way that it is supposed to, and everything is happening for a reason. And they are specifically showing me Robin in How I Met Your Mother. She was a reporter for a news network, and in season 1 throughout it, you learn that she is doing these pieces that they call fluff pieces, and she comes into the realization that no one is really watching her network because Barney tells her, he goes, nobody watches this network. And he gives her all these challenges and tells her to say all of this funny stuff on the air to prove to her that nobody watched that network. And she went through all these things, and she said all these funny things on the air. And there's one in particular where she like spanks herself and she's like, I'm a bad girl. And then her boss wants to see her in his office, so she goes into the office and she thinks that she's going to get in trouble for what she did on the air. And all he does is ask her about his dog, that his dog is sick. What should he do? Because she has 5 dogs. And she's like, that's all you want to talk to me about? And he was like, yeah. She goes, well, what about the piece that we just recorded? He's like, great job. So he didn't even like realize that she was like saying weird stuff on the air. It was in that moment where she was just like questioning her self-worth and her value. So I feel like something similar is going on with you, where you're questioning whether or not what you are doing is something you should continue with, and Spirit is saying, yes, persevere. And see how there's an angel talking to the woman on the card. She's throwing off her cape. She wants to throw in the towel. She doesn't want to keep going, but her angel is like, keep going. There's something better for you. This is all part of your journey, and there is a stream of love supporting your dreams. So you are being divinely guided and protected. So whatever you feel is like a fluff piece in your life right now, it is serving a purpose, and it is leading you to something so much more bigger and grander than you can possibly imagine. But you have to continue to face those fears, and you can continue to cultivate faith within you by knowing that your energetic support team, your spirit guides, your angels are right there. They are whispering in your ear, telling you to keep going, because they believe in you and they want you to believe in yourself. There is so much love supporting you right now. What would you do if you 100% felt every single day the love and the support that is around you? You can tap into it. It is there, I assure you. And just like in How I Met Your Mother, Robin, she becomes like the head anchor at her news network eventually. But she had to get through those fluff pieces to get to her bigger destiny. So whatever feels like a fluff piece in your life right now, it is leading you to something so much more bigger and grander than you can possibly imagine. So please, please, please do not give up. Keep going. This is your confirmation. You are on the right path. You're doing amazing things. You're just creating stepping stones and learning lessons on the way to that destination. Because right now, if it were to be given to you all right now, Spirit is showing me that it's not the right time. There are still situations and things that you need to go through to get you to where you want to be. But staying consistent and keeping that forward momentum going, just like Robin did, you will be that head anchor in the news network in whatever field it is that you are working in. I would also like to end the reading with 2 inspirational quotes. Thank you, Spirit. What else would you like to tell pile number 5? Love without limits. And this means to love unconditionally, to take conditions off of yourself, to love yourself for all that you are. Just because you're not where you want to be right now, that does not make you any less lovable. So understand that no one in the world is perfect. And when we learn to love ourselves without limits and conditions, that's when we step into true unconditional love. So Spirit is saying you are capable of loving yourself as you are right now, even if you make mistakes. You are still lovable. You deserve all the love in the world. So don't be so hard on yourself and give yourself more credit, because the decisions that your past self has made has got you to this point right now where you are braving the fear within and not giving into it, continuing to move forward, going through that fear. And love will always cast out any fear. So love yourself without any conditions, because that is what is going to continue to propel you even further towards your destiny. Imagination rules the world. So yeah, Spirit is showing me that you have a very creative imagination. And I'm being shown a dream that I had just recently. There was this dream where I was like swimming in this maze, and I came to this like dead end in the water, and I thought that I was like gonna drown, and I looked over here and I was like clawing at the side of uh, the wall, and it was like all this dirt and sand. And I look up, and there was like a trap door at the top, and it would just very easily open, and I got out. So what Spirit was telling me in that moment is that I have a more strategic imagination than I give myself credit for sometimes. And that is what Spirit is telling you, that you are so strategic and you have these amazing, brilliant, creative ideas in your mind that you can bring out into the open. And whatever situation or obstacle you find yourself in, you can handle anything that comes your way, because they're showing me specifically you have went through obstacles in the past and you have overcame those. This situation right now is no different. You're going to overcome this, and then whatever obstacle wants to show up in the future, you're going to overcome that. You're just going to keep crushing your goals. That is what I see, because you have a very vivid imagination. I feel like you're someone who also has very vivid dreams. So use your imagination to your advantage. It has always served you well. So thank you, pile number 5. Those are your messages. If you enjoyed the reading, please be sure to like, subscribe, comment down below. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I will see you on the next one. Bye! Hey, pile number 6. Welcome to your reading. What is your channeled message from How I Met Your Mother? I have your pile right here. Let's see what your messages are. When I lean on the faith of the universe, peace becomes real. Seven of Wands. Stand up for yourself and your beliefs. Have confidence. Challenge those in power, but also choose your battles wisely. Complacency. Angel of Love. Okay. Pile number 6. What Spirit is showing me is that you are wanting to give up on love right now. Because with complacency, this is all about wanting to give up and not move forward. And the card right next to it is the Angel of Love. So there is a lot of love available to you. It first stems from giving that love to yourself, but also continuing to know and believe that it is available to you. And what I'm being shown specifically from How I Met Your Mother is how Ted, the main star of How I Met Your Mother, he had unshakable faith in love. He pursued it every chance that he got. He wore his heart on his sleeve. He opened himself up to people that he truly wanted to be in a relationship with. And the whole season of season number 1, he pursued Robin as much as he could, and she continuously pushed him away, but he did not give up. And in the final episode of season 1, the episode is called Come On. And this was all about Ted setting boundaries and standing up for himself and continuing to have that faith that the love he had for Robin would prevail. And I'm seeing that there is a need to stand up for yourself in the situation that you are in right now, to stand up to those self-limiting beliefs and have more faith that love is available to you. Because in the very last episode, Ted comes into the realization that Robin is going to go on a camping trip with her co-worker, Sandy Rivers, who wants to pursue Robin. So Ted takes it upon himself to do a rain dance to make it rain in order for Robin's camping trip to get rained out so that he can be with her. So he goes to the top of a roof, and one of Barney's ex-girlfriends teaches him a rain dance. So he's dancing on the top of the roof, and he's doing it for like hours, and he just knows that it's going to rain. He knows within himself that he is going to make it rain because he knows he's meant to be with Robin, and he is standing, he's looking up, and he's yelling to the universe. He's like, come on, give me some rain. He kept having that faith. He had that faith in him so strongly. And then it thunders, and then the rain just goes down, and he's like smiling so much because his faith paid off. And then he goes to Robin's apartment, and he's like, I made it rain. You have to come down here. And she had come into this realization. She was ready to break down her walls and let love in. And that was their amazing moment where they finally got together. And that is a spoiler in the show, but the point of the reading here is to continue to have faith, just like Ted had faith that it was going to rain and things were going to work out so that that love could come into his life. So when you lean on the faith of the universe, peace becomes real. So that is specifically what Spirit is showing me, where Ted took a stand and he was standing up for himself and he was like, come on, rain. Like, they're showing me that you have that within you. You have that amazing faith within you. You just have to tap into it. And please, please, please do not give up on love, because there is an abundance of love available to you. And that is what the angel of love is representing in your reading here. Keep having faith and believe, because thoughts, beliefs, and our emotions, that is what we are creating out here. So do not give up hope. There is so much love available for you in this moment right now if you open yourself up to it and know and believe. Because if we continuously perpetuate a belief that I'm giving up on love, this is not going to come, then we're telling the universe that we don't have faith, that it's not going to come, and then that is what will keep being created. But when you shift those beliefs, when you shift those thoughts, when you shift those feelings, that is when true magic happens, and love will just pour into your life. I'd like to end the reading with 2 inspirational quotes. Thank you, Spirit. What else would you like to tell pile number 6? Yeah, positive mind, positive vibes, positive life. So yeah, Spirit is saying, while it is okay to not be okay, you have the power to override any negative beliefs in your mind. So this is something that helped me. What I did personally, so this is a suggestion, is every time I recognized a negative thought coming in, something that said, I will never find love, I will never be good enough, I rewired it in that moment with 3 positive thoughts. I said, I am good enough, I am deserving of love, I am aligning with the best version of myself. I am my best version of myself. I am my true authentic self. So, positive mind, positive vibes, positive life. If you are a fan of affirmations, speaking affirmations would definitely be something to help shift. There's a track that I like to listen to from Fresh Affirmations on YouTube. I will put a link to that down in the description box below if that's something that you would be interested in. When I've listened to that, it has definitely shifted my perception when it comes to love in my life. So I will link that down below if that's something that you are interested in. But also, you can look on YouTube for other types of affirmations. You can write your own affirmations and say them to yourself and just continue to rewire in those positive vibes to help you have that unshakable faith that love is all around you. And it truly is. It's just a matter of tapping into it and opening your eyes to it. And another thing would help shift your perception is gratitude. What people in your life are you grateful for right now? What is something that you are grateful to yourself for right now? Are you grateful for a meal that you ate? Are you grateful for that night out with your siblings or your friends or whatever is applicable in your life? What are you grateful for at this time? That will help shift to a positive mindset as well. And today is the day to learn something new. So yeah, Spirit is saying to learn something new because you never know if you will meet a new person while learning something new. So put yourself out there. And is there something creative that you enjoy doing? Perhaps learning to write a story, learning to sing, learning to dance. What is something you've always wanted to learn to do, but maybe just haven't stepped into doing that yet? Well, every day is a new day. All there is right now. So if there is something you want to book a session with or sign up for a class to learn something, you never know what people will be brought to you in that moment to align you with more of your soul's growth, more of your learning, and you just might meet a soulmate when you put yourself out there to do something new. In order to break this cycle that is playing on repeat right now, you got to do something you've never done before. So do something new and see what you attract in your life because of that. Thank you. Pile number 6. Those are your messages. If you enjoyed the reading, if it resonated, please be sure to like, subscribe, comment down below. I hope you are having a wonderful day, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.